Hello, storytellers. It's Storytelling Ron. I want to just give you an update of what I'm doing and just, babble on like I always do. First off, I have had lame, whatever, health issues. I'm doing the carnivore diet. Think I did one or two videos on that, and I plan on doing more. But man, it was a great 3 weeks, and then suddenly I got gout attacks. I've got aches and pains. I've lost 20 pounds, which I've never done in all my little diety things. And I probably, I didn't really do strict carnivore, blah, blah, blah. I had maybe too much dairy, whatever. I'm just letting you know that, man, for the last 8 weeks or plus, I was bedridden a few days, like incredible pains in my legs. And, it was crazy. I feel like I'm coming out of it. My back is still kind of tight. I think the Lord just gave me the clue to stretch out my back. Sitting here actually is painful. So I had, for the last 8 weeks or so, I couldn't even work very, very well. And thank the Lord, I was able to get a couple of little things going on there to finish up. But I just did not have 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day where I could sit here and just work on stuff and enjoy enjoy this process, which I really enjoyed doing this Christian role-playing game and ministry type thing. I just love it, and I've always loved role-playing games. So that's where I'm like, okay, I think this is where I need to be. But man, either the Lord is giving me humility and patience and perseverance, or the devil's doing his thing, or I'm just an idiot. I don't know. Maybe the idiot one. But anyway, yeah, it's been rough. I'm coming out of it right now. I'm leaving tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. to go to the NRB. I'm going to show you here in a sec on the webpage, just to give you like a tour of what's going on. And because I have just recently learned about this, and I learned about this through actors as I was feebly, meekly trying to figure this out, this whole Christian role-playing game that's missionary based. And I wanted to do a show where it was actors, doing a series, because there's just none on YouTube and Twitch. I mean, I really enjoy a lot of the folks doing actual plays, and then they go into pagany and atheist and adult jokes or whatever, and which is fine, but I was like, well, I just want to, I want to see a Christian one, watch, just some, and I didn't want it to just be family friendly, which is fine too, which is, I appreciate a lot of Christians do family friendly D&D stuff, but I just wanted something with a little more, since I love the Lord, I want to see it in the things that I watch and do. So that's what I couldn't find anything. There was nothing out there. I even tried to find, blah, blah, blah. I had a pastor contact me to play D&D, and I thought that was cool, or I thought it was weird at first. And then I thought, well, that's kind of interesting. And I wanted to do pastors playing D&D, but I spent like a year trying to find pastors. I couldn't, and then you can see in my Rhyme of the Frost Maiden, it started that way with a couple of pastors, but then they, pilfered out because of just their, being a pastor is kind of crazy. They don't really have the free time that they claim they have. But anyway, I miss those guys, but it's tough being a pastor, dealing with what they have to deal with. And the Lord does not want me to be a pastor. That's for sure. But I want to show you the NRB. I'm going. My goal my goal would be to get tons of money and get paid business trips to Italy so I could do research, which is, I don't like the vacation. I love doing what I'm doing. And so when people want me to visit or go on vacation, it's like, you're wanting me to stop loving what I'm doing to go do something else that I don't want to do, So my wife, we do things, but I don't like going off for a week or travel. But man, if I could if I could do this kind of work and then not be paid to go there, but at least go there and maybe have some, be able to pay for it, with this money, with doing this, if I could make enough money to pay for our trips to Italy or Europe or wherever it is I need to go, to research the history of missionaries, firsthand, because I want those local stories. I want those local legends and stories and myths about missionaries and stuff to, create cool little adventures for the game. I would love to do that, but I would not want to go to Italy just to go to vacation. Like, I just don't care. I don't care. I don't care about fancy cars. I don't care about anything. I care about story and um, storytelling and being a part of a group that tells a story together in a collaborative way, which is role playing games. And that's what I like. And I love honing my craft and constantly doing that. And this game to me really helps me hone the storytelling aspect of the game with the characters around, because of the free form light rules. You are not pigeonholed or siphoned into a path like in D&D or other role playing games, with levels and character classes. In this one, you start off with something, but then you can storytell your way, your character's development in any direction you want to go in the game, as you role play. Like I don't think you should have a background except, I'm adult, I'm an 18-year-old kid that, that's it. There's no background. So the game is where you start creating your background, your story or whatever. Anyway, so that's what I love about For the Lord RPG. I've put all my actors into this cauldron, this gauntlet, and they have never played role-playing games before. I really enjoy what the experience I've had with them, and I hope to do more. But I have to pay them to show up if I want them to show up on a regular basis or consistently, because they need to be paid. And so that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm going to the NRB, hoping to find a streaming service that will pay for them. And if this all fails, I'm fine. I'm okay with that, and I'll just go back to regular weekly, games with others. But I now have the play testing and experience and joy of the For the Lord RPG that I don't mind doing that. I don't mind that, all of this NRB and all of this, what I'm trying to do with the Christian streaming services and getting shows on there. But in a ministry sort of way, if this all fails, I'm okay with it. We're financially set to sail off into the sunset. My daughters are both very successful careers, even post right after, and they're all, 26 and 19, and they have set careers and people they work with completely respect them and their joy in life. And they both have suitors. So I'm fine. But, but I want to do this because I love the Lord. And I love that he's given me this storytelling joy, and I love writing and et cetera, et cetera. I want to do it for the Lord. I just, that's the Christian thing. You're not doing it to be saved. I'm already saved. I'm not doing this because I need to be saved. I'm doing this because I love the Lord. I just want to do things for the Lord. I want to do things for God because he's in my heart and soul, and he chose me. So apparently I'm kind of neat in some way. And I'm very grateful for that. So let me move over to the NRB website. Okay. So again, an actor told me about this, and I'm like, I don't know anything about anything. And he goes, yeah, there's this thing, and all these Christians gather, and this year it's in Orlando. So I was able to fool my wife and say, hey, we could go on a honeymoon. We've never been on a honeymoon when we got married. We married here in Hollywood, and we got married in a bar which is no longer, that bar closed down. But we never went on a honeymoon, and we've never been on an actual vacation anywhere because her family's in England. So whenever we went anywhere, it was to England, and that took up pretty much all our funds, anyway, I won't get on that, but so we're finally going to this, and I persuaded her that we're going to go, I of course I wanted the weekend before and the weekend after, but the weekend after we have to cut that short and come back to our daughter's wedding. Daughter and her selfish needs. Anyway, so we're going the weekend before, and then the week of, it's pretty short. So it's only 3 days: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I was kind of surprised. I didn't even. So, and it's only 10 to 4 p.m. So that was kind of interesting. Because I've been to I go to homeschool conventions. They're a little longer than that. Well, they're 3 days, but they're way more hours. But anyway, so yeah, it's it's a convention. It's in Florida. This year it's in Florida, and it's whatever, communicators, Christians. I am not a schmoozer person. I do not schmooze at all very well. I always get weird negative reactions. Whatever. I don't care anymore. I don't even care if there's a no. What I care about is that they know, KNOW, are aware of what's going on in the RPG culture, because there is nothing. Oh, that's just, yeah. I keep getting a bunch of emails from people that are not really part of this. Anyway, so I just wanted to go through a little bit of this. I don't even know exactly what all's here. I mean, I kind of know a little bit, but I want to go through the floor plan. And this is all on the website here. You don't have to sign in for this. This is just showing the cool. So this is the website, or the convention, and I am going to be right here. See that? Yeah. Right here. And I'm next to all the, I don't even know most of who these are, but that's where I'm going to be. And I'm going to be in my full steel plate armor. I've got that packed into 2 suitcases. Hopefully it'll get there. And if it doesn't, then I know God's like saying to me, no, you're just going to, be mellow and sail off into the sunset. But anyway, but yeah, here's a big aisle. So I'll be standing out here in my armor, and I'm, the armor is a huge attraction when I go to the homeschool conventions and sell my Alfred book series. And then, so I'm going to wear it for this and take pictures with people, just walking by. And then if they want to hear the pitch in my armor, I'm going to have to pitch to them this show thing and the concept and whatever I'm going to have to do. Of course, my back is killing me. Let me stretch it. My back is killing me right now. And this is next Tuesday. And today is Thursday, May 18th, 2023. And my back is tight and it's killing me. I'm having a hard time sitting here, sleeping. It's ridiculous. God is like right up. I hope he's right up to the day he's going to heal me completely or let me heal myself. I was not ambulatory a month ago, not ambulatory, and barely in the last few weeks. So, and my legs still have pings of pains and aches from what I'm going through. Okay. So that's where I am. And yeah, these are all the different groups around. The one I really am wanting to go to is Answers in Genesis. I'm definitely going to go stomp up there in my armor or not and ask him to come over or go over to talk to them, because I would like to see if I can do a show for their answers.tv. And yeah, I do want to get paid so that I can pay myself and be happy about it, and then pay the actors so that there's a consistency in them showing up. But yeah, these are all the booths, and I don't know most of them. I don't really know what they all are. I've kind of been perusing a little bit, but I'm just gonna, I think because of the last 2 months of the pains, I'm very sort of brain foggy. So I'm not, even though I'm ready, I'm not delving deep into all this and like maybe setting up, I don't know, appointments or meeting with people. I'm so brain foggy, I cannot do it. So, I mean, I guess God's putting me in my place. Anyway, so I'll be there, and my wife will be there a little bit in the booth, but I'm gonna let her go hang out at the pool, because this is all at the, where is it? Let me see the fun picture of the hotel. Yeah, so I'm gonna let my wife go hang out here for the most of it, because we're staying in the hotel while I go do it, and she can come in and certain periods and give me a break. So yeah, I don't even know what else to say. It's pretty neat. There's obviously a ton of speakers, and let's see, all sessions. They have a list here of like who's speaking when and where. I probably won't do most of them. I know I'm going to try to pitch to PureFlix, and they have a couple of promos there. And I know PureFlix isn't probably the place for me to do it, but I want them to know. I want them to know. Go back to my regular video, big face. I just want PureFlix and and all of these exhibitors to know what's going on in the RPG culture. That we Christians are silencing ourselves voluntarily, and we shouldn't be. And we're playing these games with the pagans and acting like pagans. And the pagans love that. When we should be creating a missionary-based, evangelist-based role-playing game. That's fun. It's got to be fun. It's got to be just as fun as Dungeons & Dragons, just as fun as any of the OSRs. It's got to be cool. And my game is that, okay? So, bias, of course, but I've been playing for 45 years. I've done Rime the Frostmaiden. I've done Tomb of Annihilation. I've done Cthulhu. I've done, whatever. And going on. Star Wars RPG. That one I really enjoyed. And I got a Christians in Space one that's just feels better to me than that. Makes more sense to me than that. And yes, they have Inquisitors, and they're going to have sort of a Force thing. I'm working out those little things right now. And the Christians are going to be the Jedi. I mean, in a sense, like the Christians are going to be the Jedi in a sense. You don't worry. It's going to be fun. I'm telling you. And it already is, because I play tested it about 10 episodes with just regular players. And I really appreciate their help on this. And we had a blast. And laser blast. And to get a feel for on the website right now, you can get the free Dark Ages setting. And if you do the annual membership, $40, you will get the right now. You can get the Apocalypse, in rough draft, but it's pretty much done. I got to clean it up, but I haven't been able to in the last 8 weeks because I'm freaking in pain. But it's it's playable. It's totally usable. I think there's a couple of pages there that I need to clean up. But anyway, and it's a post-apocalyptic. So you got flamethrowers and guns, and it all is fun and it works. Shooting at vehicle combat is totally fun in it because it's all it works together with the humans. So there's no, like in Star Wars and many games, I noticed they separate out the vehicle and the player combat in a sense with scales and stuff and damage. But in this one, no, it just continues on. The armor class continues more, the damage continues more, but it's all the same. It's all in the same. Because you could literally in this game shoot a pistol and damage a car, which makes sense. It's hard, but you can do it. And a spaceship, it's hard, but you can do it. So the NRB, I'm going to walk around in pain, in my armor and just tell everyone about what I'm doing, what this is, and I want them to be aware. I just want them to be aware. If they want to take it, if you all take my game, make some shows, become successful, have at it, please. We need more Christian content in the secular or public space. And role-playing games, there's a dearth, a zilch, none. And what I mean is evangelism, missionary work, actually speaking the gospel in the game. And that's what this game does. It's rules light. It's very easy to have your grandma start playing. It's very easy to throw down a character sheet and let her play, and then she just says what she wants to do, and then you just tell her what trait to roll, what bonus to roll. It's right there on the sheet. It's very simple. Male, female. I definitely have gender differences in the game. Now, that's very important. I love it when the women, and even a girl that was playing, a teenage girl, I love it when they say, men, go up, men, do your thing. And then they do their thing, which is support and help. And that's what the Bible says too. And the men need it. The men need it. I'm a Christian man. I go to John MacArthur Grace Community Church, and they're all claiming, whatever, we're sexist. But I know I'd be dead in a ditch right now if it wasn't for my wife, and she knows it too. But I am the leader of this family, and my wife submits and serves me, and I worship the very ground she walks on because of it. So, what else? So yeah, that's I think that's it for now. I'm just gonna stretch my back out, leave in the morning to Florida, never been, to Orlando, have some fun with the wife, if the weather permits, or just hang out at the hotel, whatever. Try to enjoy ourselves. I'm gonna try to drink some wine. Hopefully not have a hangover before the convention starts. And then do the convention and pitch. I have a pitch on Monday for some sort of TV thing, and then pitches on Thursday with PureFlix and the Angel Funding. That one, Angel Studios, Angel Funding. That one, yeah. The one that did The Chosen and some other stuff, and hopefully can get funds to do more of these shows, and then get them on to services where families can watch it, kids, dads especially, so they can GM. their kids, their siblings, their family, their friends, and just get this out there. And the reason I'm doing it too this way is because I'm going to do it on YouTube and Twitch if I have to, or if that's it. But it's sort of a loner thing to do. I don't have any support, or I'm not going to get help from others. We're not going to interbreed with promotions and cross promotions. I don't expect it. I don't expect it, and that which is fine. So that's why I said, I might as well just go with Christian streaming service and see if they need content for their channels. Because that's the biggest problem, I think, with a lot of Christian streaming services right now is, they need content, but most of the content is obviously narrative film stuff, but that's very hard and expensive. And if it doesn't look right, it just looks bad and cheap. And, and so they're dealing with that. They just don't have the funds the capital to make it better and better, but they're trying, and we're trying to even more so now than before, because we realize that Hollywood is just a betrayal now. And we should have known that in the 80s and 90s, but we didn't. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm hoping to offer this as a very affordable, budget oriented, fun talk show, improv, silly, really bad dad jokes show. I think is really fun. The last two I did, and I paid them with the Kickstarter funds, although I spent way more than the Kickstarter gave me. But I'm getting better at it myself. The actors are getting better, understanding it all. Because most of them have been, this is their second, third, fourth go around. So we're all getting better at understanding this, and the chemistry is getting better. And the pacing, I'm really focusing on making it entertaining. And I'm able to break it down into 45-minute to an hour episodes, and really end it on a cliffhanger each time, if I find one. And that's been going really well. I really enjoy them now, to the point that they're, less self-criticism and more just enjoying seeing what's going on. So I'm really happy about that. And I'd love to do like a long campaign with one of these groups, and just see how that works out. And again, if it all fails, I'll be very happy to do this with just players and do it on YouTube, and do some Kickstarters here and there, and just live that life, that's fine, if that's the case. And, go to church and watch my daughters and their suitor husbands, grow in their families and their lives, hopefully, and be at peace in this world, I hope, with all that's going on. Or Jesus comes. Yay, that'd be great. Okay, so that's my little update and philosophy, whatever thing. Just wanted to let you all know before I head out, and why I've been probably not posting as many videos, because I've just been going through some stuff. All right. Thanks for listening, watching, and I don't think I will be able to update on YouTube in the next couple of weeks, because I'm going to be there, and I don't really do the short thing on video or whatever post. I'll try maybe, but I'm going to be pretty kind of crazed out, I think, there. But we'll see. I might post something on Instagram, maybe on Instagram, storytellingron.com or storytellingron, just with my phone. I just don't do that much on my phone, to be honest, but that's what I'll have there. All right. Thanks for listening, and but I'll give an update afterwards when I get back. All right. And remember, in the game of life, roll holy dice.